Hello and welcome once again to Let's Play Baldur's Gate. This is Policy of Madness. Last time we explored this area. Really, I was looking for some money. But the item I expected to get there, which were some boots, boots of the north I think, I didn't get them. Because our charisma is just too damn low. There is one thing that I really do need to have though before we head into the mines, and that's at least one more level, because next level we get stone skin, I believe, and we're so close to it.
Nothing to it.
So we're gonna head to Gulliken.
Whatever you want.
And we're just gonna kill a couple of things here. Oh. Like that. Let's not leave this one through the town like we did the last time. That was kind of a dick move. Okay. And the presence of one dire wolf means there's a second one. There's the second one.
Vita!
That was pretty nice damage. Really close to our next level. Let's go ahead and pick up the quest here, as long as we're just in the area.
I could really use some rest.
Okay. Do I want to rest? I think I want to kill this wolf first. We're so close to a level. I'm not going to have to clear this area. Holy shit. That thing took 8 fucking magic missiles. Okay. Because there's, of course, a party of adventurers down here, or assassins or something. Right here, I think. And I'm actually not too eager to meet them, because they have cleric with them. And we do have a way to kill clerics now. With relative safety, but I don't want to waste charges on the greenstone amulet. For, do they have bows? Nope, seems no. Wow, he did a lot of damage to me, didn't he? 12, wow. That, of course, is the downside to having a nearly impenetrable AC. When they do hit you, it's always a critical. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do.
If you say so.
When they do hit you, it's always a critical. And I have no way to avert critical hits because in this game, there's nothing I can put here. Oh, I'm so close. Less than 400 points. Surely I can scare up 400 points without waking up this cleric.
Vita Morti.
Only 2 of them? Really? I knew there was more than one. Magic ammo, not worth very much, but it's worth a little something. I don't really want to waste my greenstone amulet on the little piddling ass cleric down here. Because a piece of shit cleric is not worth a charge on that.
Vita.
Man. There are better ways to deal with clerics like this dude down here than by wasting a greenstone amulet on him. How close am I? Oh my god. Like 2 fucking kobolds. Holy shit. Yeah, that'll definitely do it for me.
Vita Morti.
Wow. That was good luck. That gas is near death. Whoops, there's another one. Nearly injured. The shambling undead. In this case, they really do shamble. Alright. That's really all I came here for. Just to collect a little EXP and a level. And of course, the only level 4 spell worth having. Well, that's definitely not the only level 4 spell. Actually, level 4 spells, there's quite a few here that we really enjoy. But Stone Skin is definitely the best and the one to take first. Okay. That's really all we came here for. Mission accomplished. Yeah. This level would be completely out of reach in the original Baldur's Gate. Actually, I think this level is out of reach in the original Baldur's Gate. Isn't the level cap 89,000? But you can get to it in Tales of the Sword Coast, at least. Okay. So, What do we have in the pack? We'll be picking up a buttload more of these.
Of course.
So let's head to the mines. And now,
If that's what you want.
definitely not a good look for me, but whatever. So last time I said that it was, or it should have been obvious, why the idea that utility can be usefully measured using dollars, that it should be obvious why that's nonsense. Why that's complete bullshit.
Whatever you decide.
But it occurred to me afterward that maybe it's not obvious.
I'm so tired.
And maybe it's not so obvious.
Leave us be. 'Tis much work to be done.
All these named guys have something to say. Usually something stupid. So there's a dude who wrote a kind of a popular book about economics. A book for the public, kind of.
I think I'm coughing up blood.
If you're coughing up blood, dude, the time to leave is like now, not later.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Yeah, he's just got a mental issue. That's okay, I respect that. Yeah. My stone skin will protect me, but no need to make it too easy for them to take a skin off me. Yeah, so they take an entire spell to kill, and they give me 7 fucking EXP. So this guy's name is David Friedman, and he's written a kind of an interesting book about economics and the law. It's actually called Law's Order, and I think it's available for free online. I actually have a paper copy of it, but I think that you can read it without spending any money. And what is this?
So dark down here.
We're getting all kinds of journal updates. You can tell I'm not really caring that much. Used to be a story that if you take, is there anyone here? Yeah. If you take this contaminated iron out and carry it around your inventory, it degrades your stuff quicker. your metal weapons, that they'll degrade more quickly than they normally would. But that's not true.
I think I'm coughing up blood.
Yeah, he was actually asleep. If you choose the other dialogue option, he reveals that the overseer, or the foreman, or whatever you want to call him, kicked him to wake him back up. But, so he wrote this book, and it's essentially a book about, a popular book about economics. It's intended for a general audience. You don't have to be an economist to understand it, or really even know that much about it. Economics.
I think I'm coughing up blood.
Yeah, I think he gives me a reputation point for that. Can't remember. We'll find out. Yeah, Kylie's dagger is another of those things that doesn't break. So if you have a dagger proficiency, that's a good one to actually keep. Until you find something magical.
Leave us be. 'Tis much work to be done.
I think this guy talks about the dragon. Oh. Gotta talk to him again.
Be. 'Tis much work to be done.
Damn. If you pick one of the dialogue options, he'll give you his theory that there's a dragon down in the mine eating people. Because he's just, you know, pissed that people are digging in his hill. But I guess I didn't pick the right one. Yeah, the story that if you pick up that contaminated ore, it degrades your weapons much more quickly. I have seen zero evidence of that at any point. I'm pretty confident it's not true.
Is that all?
Saving this dude is doable, but I'm not going to bother.
Help! Help!
So it's not like economists are oblivious to the fact that measuring utility with dollars is not the best. Not the best way to do it. And he goes on about this in his book quite early on. Where he brings up the fact that it's essentially a terrible way to measure utility, except that all the other methods are even worse. So that's essentially the justification for it, is that you can't do any kind of meaningful math or any kind of meaningful comparison of, you know, different people's happiness unless you put a dollar figure on it, because dollars are pretty much the only available measure. Which, as far as I'm concerned, just proves the problem. But they, oops, where is he? There he is.
So dark down here.
Kobolds, he says, as though we haven't already been killing like a bunch of them. I guess no reputation point. That's fine. And as I recall, if you sleep in this room, kobolds will sometimes ambush you and the guards will attack them for you. Which is pretty nice if you're trying to get some rest and you're too frickin' lazy to just walk back up. Which I gotta tell you, I used to not understand that when you leave and come back, the enemies don't immediately respawn. And so when I needed to rest somewhere, I would do it, you know, on the spot.
You wouldn't have waited, would you?
Not actually grasping that I could just leave and go to another room. And oh man, I got so frustrated in the Cloakwood one time. In that room right prior to when you encounter the final boss guy. Because, you know, I kept getting interrupted by shit. And that happened to me here too. Of course you can just leave. You can always just go back up to the surface and sleep. And being ambushed up there is much less likely. But anyway, so this guy, Friedman, he talks about how, you know, measuring utility with dollars is the worst, the worst method, except for all the others, you know. And he explains the economist's point of view pretty well. Hmm. Getting into melee with kobolds is not too dangerous. But the limitation of using dollars is really significant. Because, put it to you like this. Let's say that we're talking about, you know, fancy coffee, like Starbucks coffee, where it costs you, you know, like $5 or $4 or whatever to get a latte. And alright. See, that's what I like about Skull Trap. When it works like that. So we're talking about fancy coffee. Something that's, you know, really overpriced from a lot of people's point of view, but, you know, some people really enjoy it. So, let's say you're talking about someone who... skull trapping. You know, there's always the possibility that we're going to... Oh, just out of the way. That we're going to accidentally skull trap some miners at the same time. On this floor, anyway. Next floor down, I think there's no miners. So, one person might think that the fancy coffee is definitely worth the $4. They might even think it's worth more than $4. They might even be willing to pay $5 for it. Or $6. You know, they think it's just really awesome. Oh, it's not the way. Where's the way? Is it here? Yeah. So those people are getting good values. Then there's someone else. Let's say someone who is really poor. Who is not willing to pay $4 for fancy coffee. That's not to say that this person does not value fancy coffee, or that fancy coffee will not make this person happy. This person might be extremely happy. I got some of them. This person might be made extraordinarily happy by a mysterious liquid. Yeah, it looks like an antidote, but don't drink it. That's just shit'll fucking poison you bad. Yeah. I also read that, you know, a story that if you carry this around, your stuff will degrade quicker. That's also not true. So, you have two people in this hypothetical, one of which is reasonably affluent, maybe not, you know, extremely rich or anything, but someone who can afford to pay $4 for coffee. And of course what you're really paying for there, when you're talking about $4 for coffee, is not coffee.
Nothing to it.
What you're really paying for there is, I'm gonna have to sleep anyway, so we're gonna head back and get that quest and complete it. Wait, do I get a reputation point for that?
Whatever you...
I think I get a reputation point for it, so I'm gonna hold on to that. This is probably Joseph.
Just ask.
So you have two people, one of whom is reasonably affluent and can afford to pay $4 for fancy coffee. Oh, shit. And you have another person who is, for whom $4 represents, you know, an entire day's worth of food. And so the really poor person is not going to be willing to spend $4 on frickin' coffee, okay? Yeah, I use a whole bunch of spells on these things and get like nothing for it. I like it. I do like it when I can just smack them. I mean, I'm a weakling little mage, but actually I'm pretty good. So, you have one person who's willing to pay $4 for coffee, another person who's not willing to pay $4 for coffee. And economists usually measure value or utility. Where's the trap? There's no trap here. There's a trap here, I think. We're gonna try to avoid that trap. There is a trap up here, I think. None of the traps down here are particularly dangerous, but we definitely don't want to walk into them, you know, stupidly. Okay. Economists usually measure utility not by the amount you pay for something, but by the amount you're willing to pay. And in this way, you can say that you're getting more value for your money than, you know, what you're actually spending. If you value something at $2, but you're only paying $1 for it, then you're getting $2 worth of value, but only spending $1. So that's a net gain of, you know, $1. I love Skull Trap. The principle is that if you value something at $2, but you're only forking over a 1 for it, then you've actually gained $2 worth of utility, but spent $1. And by trading your $1 for something that you value at $2, you've actually increased your total, the total value, your total, I don't know, net worth? Not really. But, you know, you've gained $1's worth of utility, because of course you value your dollar at $1. So now you have $2 worth of value, and you've only, you know, spent 1. Which is a win, you know. It's a win for the person who sold you the thing for $1, because obviously that person values it at $1, or they would have priced it higher. And it's definitely a win for you. Trap here, and I can't remember where it is. I'm gonna have to run into it. This is the drawback of the solo sorcerer, is that you really pretty much have no solution for traps other than to just walk into the fuckers. Although, I have to say, that's a really annoying situation there, because you're trying to locate and disarm the trap, and these things are, like, pelting you. There it comes. Or maybe there's more than one trap. Don't remember. Yep. That's okay. My stone skin absorbed it. This is actually not particularly dangerous. Because I have stone skin. Okay, I'm running out of spells. I'm actually kind of a badass now. Fortunately, these traps don't come back. There are a lot of traps that do. Let's get up here near the exit. So you have two people, one of whom is willing to pay maybe even $5 for the fancy coffee. But is only paying in actuality $4. So that person is getting $5 worth of value by spending $4. And that's great. And then you have another person who is dirt fucking poor and just doesn't have the $4 to spend. And so that person is not willing to pay anything really for the fancy coffee. That person might be willing to pay, 50 cents or maybe nothing. Maybe that person will only accept it if you give it to, him or her for free. And so the economist would say, well, that person does not value the fancy coffee very much. That person's utility the utility that person is going to obtain from the fancy coffee is extremely low. But, of course, that's not necessarily true. In fact, it should be pretty obvious that that's not going to be true. Shit, there is my email again. And I bet I know exactly which bacon that is, too. I get bacon about this time every day, so pretty confident I know what it is. Should I skull trap him? I think I should. Let's see if I can... Yes, okay. Haha. What's this? Luck. Completely worthless. So that person's utility, willingness, as measured by willingness to pay, is 0. Effectively 0. But the utility as measured by how happy that person might be to have a, Starbucks coffee might be incredibly high. In fact, for people who are really, really poor, I wonder if I can pelt him. Wow, that was nice. People who are really, really poor and who don't have a lot of disposable income oh, he's just badly injured. Just don't have a lot of things that they can just purely enjoy. And so if you give them something that they can just purely enjoy, like a fancy coffee, which, Starbucks coffee is pretty damn delicious. That's why people are willing to pay so damn much money for it. I love Skull Trap. That was the commando too, wasn't it? I think there's a trap along here. I know there's a trap along one of these bridges, but maybe it's this one. Maybe there's no trap here. Okay. I know there's some fairly dangerous traps right here, which could potentially actually kill me, so we're not gonna go over them yet. I'm gonna actually try to outrun that trap. I think it can be done. I think it can be done. I'm gonna try it. How many spells do I have here? 9. Shit. Okay. So, that was not the way to avoid that. That person's utility might, who's, you know, the person we're talking about who's really poor, who has almost nothing that's just purely enjoyable, who spends, you know, his or her money almost exclusively on necessities because that's the only way to survive, might actually get a whole ton of happiness out of this, you know, $4 Starbucks coffee, because that might be the only purely pleasurable thing that that person is able to have. And measuring utility purely by willingness to pay, which is what economists do, doesn't capture it. Doesn't capture that at all. Okay. Ha ha! I outran the trap. Because that could have been extremely dangerous. Did you see those magic missiles coming at me?
What would you like?
Okay. Oh, just one? That was a waste. But that's okay. I know there's a buttload here. And as long as I'm hasted, I'm gonna go deal with these things up here. Because I'm gonna have to get rid of them eventually anyway. And yeah, magic resistance. Okay. Don't actually want to leave yet. Do you want to explore this? Okay. Go back here near the entrance. And, nah, I don't want to do it.
I'm waiting.
It's not worth it.
Nothing to it.
Okay. So, you know, measuring utility solely by willingness to pay in that instance really doesn't get you what you need. Okay. We're gonna need that shortly. Just come in here. hit once. Did he hit me twice? Yeah, I've been hit twice. No! That was my hit, okay. Now I've been hit twice. Now obviously this is an encounter that can be extraordinarily dangerous. Okay.
Yes.
What? How'd you get in here? You feel hurt.
Yeah, rigid thinking actually does not harm me. He's gonna have cast whole person next. Yeah, that would have been pretty much doom. I'll be alright. Let's go find Mulahey. Where the hell did he go? Did he leave? There he is. Kind of a clusterfuck, but not too bad. Okay. Now there's a non-zero possibility that my thing here will wear off before the hold person wears off, in which case I will become held, so we're gonna just set here. Oh, okay, we're good. Okay. And there were some more magic arrows up there that I neglected to pick up. But I'm not going to go back for them. It's just not worth it. Come on, ghoulie. There's another one over here too, I think. Ooh, is that a pearl? Nope. Okay. So measuring utility by willingness to pay is a pretty shitty way of maximizing total happiness, which of course is the goal. There's more shit in here. Thought there was more shit in here. Like skeletons or something? Maybe not. Okay. Put some shit away. What's this? Whatever, improvision.
is certain that the death of Mulahey will relieve the fears of the terrorized folk of Nashkel. But you remain uneasy. While the half-orc may indeed have caused the evils that befell the mine, the shortage of iron is too widespread to be his doing alone. His letters confirm your suspicions, and though they give little indication as to where his cohorts are hiding, they may have links to the bandits that currently plague the coastway.
I actually haven't run into any bandits yet, and I'm not sure what's giving me that idea. Is there actually anything in here that says anything about bandits? Oh, I guess it kind of does. Okay. Yeah, we'll be taking out Transit. And I'm gonna take Zan out of here just because I always love him as a party member.
I thank you for my freedom, friends, for I have languished in these dismal vaults too long.
We'll give him his sword. Even though that's in... Whoops.
We're all doomed.
Yeah, that's why I love him.
Tell me all of whatever you desire.
I've already cleared the way, so it's alright.
Is that all?
Measuring utility by willingness to pay is where the hell am I? Is as I hope to be obvious now, an incredibly shitty way
I'm waiting.
to measure utility. But like Friedman says in his book, you know, the only reason that we do it is because it's the only possible way to come up with...
gather your party before venturing forth.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Shit, now I have no idea what that is. Alright.
Whatever you want.
If we go straight this way, we should be able to avoid all spawn points. We definitely don't want to encounter a spawn point with Zan in our party. Okay.
Just ask.
And we're going to drop Zan right here, next to Minsk.
Life is so hollow.
Okay. And, Friedman, you know, is not unaware of this. He's perfectly aware of it. This will be worth a shitload of money. Don't need these at all. And I'll be selling those eventually, but not right now. Friedman is not unaware of this problem, of course. He's perfectly aware of it. And he explains it in his book. He's completely upfront about it. But, you know, his explanation, of course, is that there's no other way to do it. There's literally no other way to measure utility, so it's, you know, the worst way to measure utility except for all the others.
What would you like?
And,
Nothing to it.
this guy up here is going to cast magic missile on me, and I'm just going to have to eat it, I think. Yep. Oh well. Now he can't horror me, at least. Not gonna talk to Gaskill yet. I'm gonna follow these soldiers, actually, because they'll help me kill this assassin.
I am death come for thee. Surrender, and thy passage shall be...
For the glory of Am! For the glory of Am! For the glory of Am!
Shit. Okay, well, my timing on that one just really sucked. Yeah. Horror, not a big deal, because I feared myself. Shit. Afraid he might do that. Good. These I do want. Alright, so I have quite a bit of vendor trash now. How much are we worth now? Oh, doesn't tell me. He's totally upfront of that this is an issue, but, you know, as he points out, there's
Business has been poor, what with the iron shortage and all.
there's just no other way to do it. And, in my opinion, that's a pretty damning thing to say. Whoops, don't want to sell that. No, I'm never going to use web. Definitely never going to use luck. Don't need charm person. Yeah, that's a buttload of money. Yeah, I'm gonna need that all that money soon. And
If you say so.
what the hell? Let's talk to Gaskill. Get our reward.
Stand away, citizen!
Gives me 900 gold, 1,000 experience, and 1 reputation point. So, that's it for this dude here. I don't think I want to go in here yet. I can, now that I have my greenstone amulet. I could go in there and kill her pretty easily, but I just don't want to do it. So I'm not going to. Friedman is completely upfront with this problem. It's not like he's unaware of it or like he's trying to hide it.
Vita Mortis.
But he still thinks that we should do it like that we should measure utility with money, because there's just no other way to do it. There's no better way. But the fact that your best method is sucky is kind of a pretty damning thing to say about your discipline. So, I think that's it for today. I've rambled a bit, and we accomplished something useful. I'm going to think about whether or not we're going to go in here, or if we're going to go forth and do some other stuff. Need some more EXP, need some more levels. We have plenty of shit to explore. We'll probably go here, because there's some things here that I really need. But I'm not sure yet. Anyway, we'll do that next time. Join me then. Later.